During the era of the Empire, a group of rebels based out of a ship called the Stinger Mantis operated against the Imperials. The Stinger Mantis was a spacefaring luxury yacht that was purchased by the pilot Grease Dritus, a Latero with a gambling problem. This gambling problem got Grease in a lot of trouble with the criminal organization called the Haxion Brood, putting him into much debt. He owed the Syndicate a lot of credits, so when former Jedi Knight Cere Junda contracted him to pilot her around while she attempted to rebuild the Jedi Order, he didn't refuse. Cere Junda and Grease Dritus flew around the galaxy, tapping into Imperial comms and searching for any other survivors of Order 66. Their search eventually took them to the planet Baraka, where they discovered a former Jedi Padawan named Cal Kestis on the run from the Inquisitorius. They rescued him during a fight with the Second Sister, and the three of them set off to help Cere continue her mission of rebuilding the Order. Their search took them to the planet Bogano, where Cal met a droid called BD-1, who once belonged to the Jedi Eno Cordova. Cal and BD-1 became an inseparable pair on their journey. As the crew of the Stinger Mantis continued their mission, they came across a surviving Night Sister on Dathomir named Merrin. After helping her defeat a former Jedi survivor that had turned to the dark side, Merrin joined the crew of the Mantis. For years, the crew was composed of Cere, Grease, Cal, BD-1, and Merrin as they traveled the galaxy and did their best to destabilize the Empire. I also forgot to mention that Cal found a cute little bogling on Bogano, who temporarily became part of the crew too. Years later, while the crew was on a mission to strike against the Haxion Brood, they came across a stormtrooper that wished to defect and join their crew. This stormtrooper was a Kashiri named Chelwinark Frethil. She realizes that this is a mouthful, so she just tells people to call her Fret. Fret had intentionally found her way to the crew of the Mantis so that she could enlist their help in searching for a piece of technology that she and her non-Imperial employer were interested in taking for themselves. The crew agrees to help Fret, and the events of this mission can be read about in the book Jedi Battle Scars. Eventually, after years of their crusade against the Empire, the crew begins to realize that they all want different things. Cal wishes to continue fighting the Empire, Cere wants to focus on rebuilding the Jedi Order, and Merrin wishes to travel the galaxy and see what it has to offer. Grease lends the Mantis to Cal, who goes to work for Saw Gerrera, and they all go their separate ways. In their absence, Cal and BD-1 form a new crew on the Mantis. This crew consisted of Bravo, a former Republic soldier and ally of Saw Gerrera, a slicer named Gabs, who had previously worked for the Syndicates, and a pair of twin Klatooinians named Liz and Koob, who met Cal in a bar on a planet called Norsid, where they saved him from a bounty hunter. This new crew became quite close and actively worked against the Empire. However, on a mission to Coruscant for Saw Gerrera that went horribly wrong, only Cal and BD-1 managed to survive, along with a new guy named Bode Akuna. Bode had only just been brought into the crew, and claimed he was there on behalf of Saw Gerrera. Cal, Bode, and BD-1 eventually rejoined with Grease and later Merrin and Cere, where they reformed the original Mantis crew. Sadly, the crew didn't stay together for long, as it was revealed that Bode was an Imperial spy and former Jedi, and indirectly caused the death of Cere. The rest of the original crew, though, eventually traveled to the planet Tanalorr, where they hoped to unite with and help a group called the Hidden Path.